life on the farm is kinda laid back. Ain't much an old country boy like me can't hack. It's early to rise, early in the sack. I thank God I'm a country boy. Well, a simple kind of life never did me no harm. Raising me a family and working on the farm.
Jumping around from several different permissions today. And maybe try fish a little bit for some new ones. Try to find some new area. I'm gonna start with this. This is actually a new permission. That's my house right there, and I've hunted that over there, the vacant lot that these people own, and they're getting ready to tear up the sidewalk here and stuff. So he said to go ahead and I can start hitting this spot too. So they're gonna tear out that porch too. This is on the number. It's on the top 10 list of oldest houses in town. So it's where all the trash from my yard, all the square nails and stuff, it was from their barn that burnt down way back when, before they built my house. So we found Indian heads and stuff in my yard, in that yard over there, and over there. So maybe we'll get lucky and find an Indian or something here, and some silver maybe. Anyway, I'll get back with you whenever we find something good. Hey guys, first corn of the day. We got us a wheat 53D. We'll keep going right down the edge of the sidewalk. Gotta love them sidewalks. Alrighty, I'll be back. Alrighty, we got us another wheat penny. You guys probably can't even see that, can you? Excuse me while I clean that. There we go. 1952. We're staying in the 50s. I think a smaller coral is going to help. Anyway, see you. Looks like 3 rings though. Let me know. Anyway, I'm not sure if you see that. We got a 3-ringer. Just so did. I don't know if it's new or not, but maybe you guys can tell me. You guys are smarter than I am, that's for sure. Anyway, see you in a bit. Looks like I got hit by a mower. Anyway, I don't know if you can see that. I really suck with these glasses. Anyway, we'll keep going. We might be moving to a new location here in a little bit. Alright, talk to you later. Down the road there was a city guy there. He's like, hey, you finding anything? And I was like, well, yeah, a couple of wheat pennies and stuff. I talked to him. He said his brother hunts over in Great Bend. It's about 35 miles away. But he said his brother's never been over there to hunt his place. And he just gave me permission. So we got another stop, probably tomorrow. It's not going to be put on the round today, but that's why I like walking from spot to spot. Anyway, that guy right there, Metal Apex too. He's got a White's MXT. Been trying to show him how to use it a little bit. But anyway, we'll see you in a bit. All right, well, the last location was kind of a bust, and so we're heading out to a different location. I stopped and went and got some food and went back to the house, hung out with the kids for a little bit, and I mean, it's only 72 degrees today, and just perfect. I wish it would have rained a little bit, but maybe we could have found some silver today, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But we got about 2 or 3 maybe locations that we're going to go and try on this short run. Like I said, all I'm doing today is kind of scoping out where the way maybe my weekend's going to go. So just trying to spot check a few places, and tomorrow we'll be doing 2 new locations. So we'll throw that in the mix and see what we come up with, and then we'll do concentrate on one property this weekend, 1 or 2 properties anyway. So I'll get back with you. Been finding tons of clad, and then I just pulled this out. It is Boot Hill at Front Street souvenir of. It's an older one from Dodge City. We'll see you in a bit. Hey guys, I had a new permission. It's on my route here, and I just pulled out. Not sure what it is, but I think it's silver. Anyway, we'll keep going. That's pretty badass. Well, that was a day out there digging. We made it to, was there 1, 2, 3, 4 houses? Yeah, I don't think I videotaped that one house because it was so bad. Anyway, so we got a lot of finds to show you, and we'll get started. And I got them all separated out by each house. So here we go. Alrighty, this is from the first house right next door to me here. Got me 2 pull tabs for the Ronald McDonald house. I got a bunch of trash here. And see here, these are the nuts and bolts of things and things that are cool. Look at the spikes on that. Not sure what that would be for, but that's pretty cool. Anyway, screw here, little clamp. Not sure what that ring thing is there. That looks like a cigarette lighter out of a car or something. Anyway, the bolt cover thing here, another cover, and then for the relics, there's that bullet, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's a modern bullet or if it is a 3-ringer. I'm not real up on it. Here in central Kansas, we don't find very many. You know, we find more round balls than we do anything like this. So, if anybody could help me out, oh, Delaware Digger, he'll tell me right away, I bet, what that is. But anyway, and I know I got the chart thing, and I'm looking at it, and I just my eyes aren't very good anymore. There, that one eye. So, then I got this, and I think it's jewelry. I don't know when I cleaned it up. See, but it looks like maybe it was like a little picture thing or something. Anyway, and coins, we got several coppers there. We got dimes, quarters, nickels, and we got 3 wheat pennies. Well, 3 3/4 wheat pennies, and they are all, hang on just a second guys, sorry, in the 50s. Those 2 are anyway. And then that half chopped one is a 44, or quarter chopped one. Anyway, that's the next door neighbor's house, and I know there's more there. I just, did a quick dig there to start my morning off. So anyway, that's house number 1. Let's move on to number 2. This is actually house 2 and 3 combined. Here's my trash stuff. I didn't even get a pull tab in that yard. Nice piece of brass tubing though. And I hope you guys like this better than the camera glasses. I realized that in my close-up, or I can't really get good close-ups with the camera glasses, where you guys, and I can't see to focus it, obviously. But there's a few pennies I got. 1 zinc, and which will be going down the well, and 3 memorials. Relic wise, I mean, it got a brass clip thing here. We got part of a harmonica reed. I guess I can back up a little bit there. I'm not sure what this is yet, but it looked cool, so it stayed. These were little slide things that would hook onto a rope, and then like an envelope would hook up to it, and it would slide at the old store here in town. My dad told me about those. That's
I've dug a couple of those. Itty bitty little 22 smash shell. And this. And there's writing inside of it, but it's real thick. So I don't think it's a ring, but we'll clean it up and see what that is. Anyway, on to the good house, I call it. Well, it was good this afternoon. I only made it to one house because the digging was so good. So, we're on to that next. Here we are. Here's the trash. A little bit of trash I dug. And I was only at this house for like an hour, maybe. So we got that there, and we got one pull tab for the Ronald McDonald house. Here's kind of the. I thought this was pretty cool. The old clippers. This is a button back, probably from our county fair thing. I'm not sure what that is. It looked like a little back to something, and not sure what that is either. But anyway, and we got one nickel. Wasn't really digging nickel signals because there's a lot of beer tabs, but I mean that house will be cleared sooner or later once you see what all this good stuff I found here. Got $4 in quarters, dimes, pennies, copper pennies anyway. I think that one's, oh hell, that one's copper. One zinc and one wheat cent. Let's see if we can get it focus here. Guess it's not gonna focus. Anyway, it's another 50s. So anyway, that's another one for the well. Now let's show you the good stuff. These are all came from that yard. Like I said, I was only there for about an hour. First off, I got bam, play money. That 10-cent one. That's the nicest one I've ever dug. Usually they're folded over or something. So I like these though. I like digging them, but I always think they're the little silver Philippine coin. When I first dig them, I'm like, oh, I dug one, you know. But nope, never happens. And then we got a token from Dodge City, Kansas, and it's the Boot Hill, but it's the older style, the older version. They have a different version now that doesn't have the Native American on the back. It's Boot Hill on Front Street there, and it's a souvenir of. And I think they don't even make them the metal ones anymore. I think they're all wood now. But so that you can have a wooden nickel from Dodge City, you know. Anyway, thought that was pretty cool. I'll get good pictures for you guys because I know this probably isn't focusing very good. I haven't quite learned how to use this phone yet. And last but not least, definitely not least, my uncle's a Marine, and he did from Vietnam era Marine. So I've sent him pictures of this to hopefully get it dated, and or if he knew how to maybe identify who it belonged to. So but I dug me a Marine pendant. I was in awe when I seen it. It's heavy. I don't know how much it weighs, but it's sterling. And then I know you guys can't see it here, but I'll post pictures. It looks like there's a little star here, or the eagle with a 72 in it, and I don't know if that's the year or what. I'm not, you know, I wasn't a Marine, so but I'd really like to. I'm hoping that there's a way to identify these, you know, that to who owned it or whatever. Maybe that's a number for whatever, or at least know the rank and everything. And maybe since we live in a small town, I might be able to figure out who it did belong to. That's something I'd really like to get back to somebody, because I mean, I know how proud Marines are, and that's a symbol of it, I believe. If not, I probably I'll probably donate it, or either send it to my Uncle Ron or donate it to the VFW, because I don't think I could sell this. You know, it represents too much just to sell it for scrap. So anyway, that was my day. I decided I'd like to do this house, of course, this weekend if I can. But the other two houses were kind of, yeah, and I can do my next door neighbors anytime. So we're doing 2 new properties, 2 new permissions tomorrow, and hopefully one of them produces. And maybe this weekend then we can mix this house with one of the other new permissions. This one's producing a lot of clad, so I mean there's clad everywhere in that yard. I skipped over a bunch of signals of clad, zinc penny signals that there, and I know that's where Indian Heads are too on the ATP, but you know, there's just so much, and it'll all get dug up eventually. I got permission to take a little digger down there, so I finally got permission to where she can dig. Now, whether she will want to do that or if she can stay behaved long enough to get to do that is another question. But hopefully we'll get her out there digging. And I hope you guys have had a good 4th of July. And oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys this too. Sorry, I know this is a really long ending thing. It's probably gonna be a really long video. I don't normally make long videos, most of you know, so bear with me on this. I'm pretty proud of today for some reason. My buddy, I was helping him past couple of days redoing the front end on his truck. He had hit a deer, so we put a new front fender on it and all that. And as a thank you, he brought me over a box full of pennies. And he had dimes and nickels mixed in here too. Oh, and Super Drew, I got 2 more 76 bicentennials that he threw in here, quarters for you. So whenever you're ready to trade, buddy, we can talk about that later anyway. But yeah, so got a lot of pennies to go through here. Separate them out by date, probably why this is loading up and stuff. And I mean, that's got to be a couple rolls. Anyway, I hope you guys had a great 4th of July, and hope everybody's digging good. We need a little bit of rain here to help with the silver stuff, but anyway, stay tuned. I got 2 new properties coming tomorrow, and hopefully it's going to start making some more videos, guys. I know I am the worst procrastinator and slacker that you will ever meet. I mean, Christ, I dig holes for a living. You know, I'm metal detector for a living, so you know that should tell you my work ethic. Anyway, I will get some of these pictures of some of the good stuff here and put them on after this. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.